You ever have a door-to-door salesperson show up, and instead of ignoring them, you invite them in? Yeah, that's basically Heretic 2024. Except instead of selling you vacuum cleaners, these two missionaries walk into Hugh Grant's house of nightmares. Let's dive into this twisted religious horror story and break it down. Bad decisions start here. We meet our unlucky protagonists, Sister Barnes, Sophie Thatcher, and Sister Paxton, Chloe East. Two young Mormon missionaries on a mission to spread the good word and, unknowingly, walk into a psychological horror trap. Now, if you've ever been on the receiving end of a missionary visit, you know most people either pretend they're not home or give a polite no thanks and shut the door. But not Mr. Reed. Oh no, this dude does the unthinkable. He invites them in. Red flag. Ladies, no sane person just invites strangers inside their creepy old house. If a man who looks like Hugh Grant in a horror movie opens the door, you don't step in. You step back and run. But these two? They walk straight into the lion's den, armed with nothing but faith and naivety. Spoiler: faith doesn't work against horror movie villains. Welcome to Mr. Reed's House of Nightmares. At first, it's all very civilized. Mr. Reed is charming, intelligent, and offers tea, because nothing screams totally normal interaction like a well-dressed British man setting you up for psychological destruction over a cup of Earl Grey. But then things start getting weird. Mr. Reed asks a lot of unsettling questions. He knows way too much about their faith. And worst of all, he actually makes some disturbingly good points. Slowly but surely, Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton go from, let's spread the gospel, to, wait, are we the ones being converted? This is the moment in the horror movie where every audience member collectively screams, get out of there. But instead they stay. Red flag. Then things escalate fast. The door locks. The windows won't open. The escape routes? What escape routes? At this point, I'm ready to climb into the screen myself and give some survival instincts into these girls. Because we've all seen enough horror movies to know that when the doors mysteriously lock, you are now part of the haunted house experience. Hugh Grant unleashes the chaos. Now that they're officially trapped, Mr. Reed starts his mind games. He twists their faith against them, forcing them to question everything they believe. He plays the ultimate psychological chess game, moving pieces they didn't even know existed. And slowly they break. At first, they fight back. But then the doubts creep in. What if he's right? What if everything they believed was a lie? What if they're trapped in more ways than just physically? And this is when Heretic stops being just a horror movie. It becomes a full-blown existential crisis. By now, Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton are in too deep. They're not just trying to escape his house. They're trying to escape their own collapsing reality. But let's be real. At this point, we're way past red flags. This is a full-blown siren with flashing lights. By the time the third act rolls around, things get disturbingly intense. I won't spoil everything, but let's just say, one of them is forced to make an impossible choice. One of them sees the truth, and it is horrifying. And Mr. Reed, well, he's not just an ordinary man. Did they escape? Did they survive? Did they ever exist at all? Or was it all part of Mr. Reed's elaborate game? By the time the credits roll, you'll be sitting there questioning your own reality like, wait, what just happened? If I were in this situation, I wouldn't just survive. I'd make Mr. Reed regret ever letting me inside. So grab your holy book, Survival Instincts, and sheer will to live, because here's how I would make it out alive. Immediate exit strategy. The moment I step inside and see that this dude is way too eager to have visitors, my internal horror sirens are going off. Always trust your gut. Did the door lock on its own? Is the guy offering tea while looking like he's plotting your downfall? Is the house eerily silent, like it's absorbing your screams before they happen? Yeah, it's time to leave. The strategy: fake a bathroom emergency. Nothing gets you out of a situation faster than saying, "I have explosive diarrhea, I really need to go." If he blocks the exit, pretend you left something outside. "Oh no, I dropped my Bible on the porch. Be right back." If all else fails, jump out the nearest window. Don't worry about damage. Survival comes first. If I make it out before the door locks, I'm sprinting like an Olympic athlete straight to the nearest safe zone. Mental warfare. Alright, let's say I messed up and now I'm stuck. The door is locked, the windows won't open, and Mr. Reed is gearing up for his mind games. At this point, my best weapon is mental resilience and absolute chaos. If you can't outsmart the villain, make them question your sanity instead. The strategy: become the most unpredictable guest ever. Start laughing at inappropriate moments. Talk to an invisible friend. Reverse psychology him. If he starts questioning your faith, start questioning his existence. "How do I even know you are real, Mr. Reed?" Gaslight him back. Every time he makes a point, respond with, "That's interesting, but have you considered that you're actually a ghost and don't know it yet?" Find a weapon. Look, I don't care how polite this hostage situation is. I need an object to defend myself. The best weapon is whatever's closest to your hand. Potential options: tea kettle, boiling water straight to the face, heavy religious book. Bible to the head will do wonders. Chair, classic WWE style escape move. If I see candles, knives, or sharp objects lying around, oh, you best believe I'm arming myself immediately. Play the long game. Okay, maybe I can't physically fight my way out, but what if I can turn the tables? If escape isn't immediate, make them regret keeping you. Become the worst house guest possible. Start touching everything. Spill tea on his expensive furniture. Complain about the temperature. Refuse to break. If he tries to break my faith, I'll break his patience instead. Pretend I'm already converted. Act like I'm super into whatever creepy philosophy he's pushing. Then turn it against him at the right moment. If I can't win in strength, I'll win in annoyance. Final escape plan. At some point, Mr. Reed is going to slip up. Maybe he unlocks a door. Maybe he underestimates me. The best moment to escape is when they think they've won. If he gives me food or drink, I'm pretending to pass out. The second he checks on me, bam, I'm making a break for it. If he lets his guard down, I'll do the stone cold stunner and going full WWE. If I get outside, I'm running like my life depends on it, because it does. If I have to fight, claw, bite, or throw holy water, I will. Survival comes first. Would I survive? Yes. Why? Because I'd either escape immediately or make myself so unbearable that Mr. Reed would throw me out himself. But you? Would you survive? Drop your survival plan in the comments. And if you think you wouldn't make it well, subscribe now before your next knock on the door is a horror movie waiting to happen.